Hello, welcome to Art from the Heart. I'm Jeannie and I am so excited about these tumblers that I'm going to make. However, when I was filming the beginning of when I was laying down the fabric and using the Mod Podge, I didn't know I wasn't filming. So now it's beginning from that part forward, and you will hear all about everything, how to make tumblers with fabric using resin, and also if you wanted to do this on anything else like a vase or anything, this will apply to that as well. So if you have any questions in particular, please, you can message me or in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and let me hear what your thoughts are and if you have any questions. Enjoy, and I hope you find this very helpful for whatever you're doing. Enjoy. Okay, now that I let the final coat of the Mod Podge dry after I embellished, as you can see, with stickers that are clear and jewels and ribbon, I am going to use the Smart Art epoxy hardener and epoxy resin. As you can see, I love this brand from East Coast because it's high performance UV resistant formula. All right, so I had a little spill here and things happen, so I just had to pour it back in. So now I'm going to stir for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Always wiping off your stick as well. Making sure that it's clear. Holding it in the cup of your hand is good because the heat will help prevent bubbles. This is so clear. So this UV resin, epoxy hardener and resin, is actually heat resistant to very, very high. I love it because I know that it's not going to discolor, and it will also withstand heat like coffee and hot drinks. So something is right in there. Let me get that out. So these tumblers are a gift to my cousin. There's a surprise derby hat party that I'm going to. And don't worry, this won't be posted until after. So, and also my aunt, I also want to have this. This is made from my mother's fabric. And I know they are lovers of my mother's fabric, as she was a professional quilter. So this is going to be very endearing to their hearts, and especially mine. So remember, if I've been storing this in room temperature, which is best. My art studio is colder. When I'm in the room, I do put on the heat, and I have a fireplace in here. It's really awesome, but that doesn't heat it up very much. So I store and keep my hardener in room temperature. It actually performs better when it's warmer than that. About 80 degrees. So that's why I'm heating it here. You can also put it in like a little bath. You want to scrape off the sides of the cup. Make sure this is really mixed well, because then it just will be gooey. It won't harden. You don't want that. So it's mixing 1-to-1 ratio. So I measure my cups, depending on what cup I'm doing. And I do 2 of those where I marked it. I do have milliliter cups as well. And I have to really eyeball it because I really don't know how much exactly goes on here. So I'm sort of by my past experience. Any unused you save in a mold, make something else out of it so it doesn't go to waste. And so I'll be doing 2 or 3 layers. Sort of have to go with how the results are. Sometimes I've put more on than that. So beautiful that the pansies come alive with the resin. Okay, so I'm going to make a mold out of this angel. All right, so I'm going to use a mold release lubricant. I'm going to spray it in here, away from my tumblers though. Putting a mica of gold. It's actually iridescent and it's a chameleon powder, so it has some iridescent qualities to it. Since I just have a little bit of the resin left over, I am going to make this so the wings of this angel wing mold, and then I'll layer the next color on top of that. All right, so it mostly filled up the entire mold, and I can do a little darker color on, so this here would be the bottom. So that's what I'll do, just a tiny little bit. Love this mold. I just want to make sure that the sides, that it gets in there, so it's, you can tap molds, but this is a very soft one. I can basically just sort of move it around, wiggle it. All right, I'm going to spray a little alcohol on that to pop any bubbles. But I'm going to do a torch here if I see any bubbles. I think everything is good, but I'm going to do a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly torch, just making sure there are no bubbles. And that should be good. Okay, now I'll come back in about 4 hours and put another coat on.